Thank you for tuning in again. Welcome everybody. Welcome Yisrael from wherever you are tuning in to Yahweh Hills 11 channel. This is your man Yeshai. I'll be coming to you today with a breakdown of Yahashua, who took after Moses. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to go through chapter 7. And chapter 7, this is going over when they are going over to conquer the city of Ai. So if you have your books, if you have your King James, if you have your complete Jewish, CJB, or whatever you have, please come and follow with us to Yahashua chapter 7. There's some beautiful information in here, y'all, so let's get to it. Okay, verse 1, it says, "But the people of Israel misappropriated some of the goods set aside to be destroyed." Take note of that already. "For Achan, the son of Carmi, the son of Zebdai, the son of Zerach, of the tribe of Yehudah, took some of the things reserved for destruction. In consequence, the anger of Yahweh blazed up against the people of Israel. Yahashua sent men from Jericho to Ai, which is next to Beit Avin, east of Beit El, telling them to go up and spy out the land. So the men went up, recountered Ai, returned to Yahashua, and told him, 'Don't have all the people go up, but perhaps 2,000 or 3,000 men go up and attack Ai. There's no point in making all the people exert themselves to get there, because there are only a few of them.' So from the people, about 3,000 men went up there, but they were routed by men of Ai." Already sounds a little iffy. "The men of Ai killed 36 of them and chased them from before their gates all the way to Shavarim, attacking them on the descent. The hearts of the people melted and turned to water. Yahashua tore his clothes and fell to his face on the ground before the ark of Yah until evening, he and the leaders of Israel, and they put dust on their heads. Yahashua said, 'O Yahweh Elohim, why did you take the trouble to bring this people across the Jordan if you meant to hand us over to the Emori and have us perish? We should have been satisfied to live on the other side of the Jordan. Oh Yah, what can I say after Israel has turned their backs and retreated before their enemies?'" I'll pause right here. So this, when I'm reading this, this is kind of showing me that even when we read these prophets, they are still very much human and humane, and have worries as well. Because if we go back to Yahashua chapter 1, when you read that Yahashua is taken over and it's being passed down from Moses, the Most High told him, he said, I'll read it real quick for a second for you. He says, on verse 5 of chapter 1, he says, "No one will be able to withstand you long as you live. Just as I was with Moshe, I will be with you. I will neither fail you nor abandon you." And then when you go up, he says right here in verse 3, "I am giving you every place you will step on with the sole of your feet, as I said to Moshe." So maybe Yahashua feels like they possibly, or he possibly may have done something wrong that the Most High is seriously angry about. But we can see that promises has been good. Most High has given a good promise to Yahashua, but still, because of the situation, like we are humane, he is in a sad situation, because this is something that usually doesn't happen to Hebrew Israel, especially when they're in right standings. Okay, so if we go to verse 9, it says, "For when the Canaanite and the other people living in the land heard about it, they will surround us and wipe us off the face of the earth. What will you do then to save the honor of your great name? Yod-Heh-Vah-Heh said to Yahushua, stand up. Why are you lying there face down? Yisrael has sinned. Yes, they have violated my covenant, which I commanded them. They have taken some of what was to have been set aside for destruction. They have stolen it, lied about it, and put it with their own things. Listen to this. This is a key part that you want to hear right here. This is a very key part that you want to hear. This is why the people of Israel cannot stand before their enemies. And this is a very current day situation, and you'll see this when you read Torah. When we are outside of the Most High's Torah, which is his everlasting covenant, so don't let no one tell you that his covenant is done away with. Yes, we're in exile, so we cannot do all of them, but the ones we can do, we should do, because this is an everlasting covenant we're told to keep from generation to generation. And he says right here, this is why Israel can't stand before their enemies. This is the same reason why we cannot stand before our enemies today. They turn their backs on their enemies because they have come under a curse. And Yahweh tells us in his Torah, when we go outside of his Torah, he's going to put us underneath a curse. It's being reaffirmed and restated right here. And then Yahweh says this. He says, I won't be with you anymore unless you destroy the things meant for destructions that you have with you. So we need to be careful and cautious as people of the Most High, because guess what? It may come a day, especially, the Most High judges us on the amount of knowledge that we know. But there may come a day that some of us that are being hard-headed and we don't want to get rid of these idols, there may come a day where the Most High will say, where he says, because I won't be with you anymore unless you destroy the things meant for destruction that you have with you. So keep that in mind, people. Be cautious of the items that you have in your house and also the idols that you have in your heart, because you could be an idol yourself if you put yourself above the Most High. An idol is anything that we put before the Most High. Okay, verse 13. So get up, consecrate the people, and say, consecrate yourselves in preparation for tomorrow. For here is what Yahweh, the Elohim of Israel, says. Yisrael, you have things under the curse of destruction among you, and you will not be able to stand before your enemies until you remove the things that were to have been destroyed from among you. Again, another current day situation. Therefore, tomorrow morning, you are to come forward, one tribe at a time. The tribe Yahweh takes is to come forward, one family at a time. The family Yahweh takes is to come forward, one household at a time. And the household Yahweh takes is to come forward, one person at a time. The person who is caught with things in his possession that were preserved for destruction is to be burned to ashes, he and everything he has, because he has violated the covenant of Yah and has committed a shameful deed in Yisrael. And I'm pretty sure that when the Most High gave these commandments of what they needed to do when they're handling AI, I'm pretty sure that they knew that it will be some serious consequences if you break this Torah of Yah. If they just pay attention to the history of how the Most High operates, you will very much know that. Okay, so verse 16. So Yahushua got up early in the morning and had Israel come forward, one tribe at a time, and the tribe of Yehudah was taken. He had the families of Yehudah come forward and took the family of Zarchi. He had the Zarchi family come forward by, what is that? He has some by household leaders, and Zavidai was taken. He had his household come forward, one person at a time, and Achan, the son of Carmi, the son of Zebdai, the son of Zerach of the tribe of Yehuda, was taken. Yahashua said to Achan, and listen to the heartfelt that Yahashua has for this individual. He says, my son, swear to Yah, the Elohim of Israel, that you will tell the truth and confess to him. Tell me now, what did you do? Don't hide anything from me. Achan answered Yahashua, it is true, I have sinned against Yah, the Elohim of Israel. Here is exactly what I did. When I saw that there was a spoil, a beautiful robe from Shinar, 5 pounds of silver shekels, and a 1¼ pound wedge of gold, I really wanted them. So I took them. You will find them hidden in the ground inside my tent with the silver underneath. So Yahashua sent messengers who ran in his tent. It was all there, hidden in his tent, including the silver underneath. They took the things from inside the tent, brought them to Yahashua and all the people of Israel, and put them down before Yahweh. Yahashua, together with all of Israel, took Achan, the son of Zerach, with the silver, the robe, the gold wedge, his sons, his daughters, his cattle, his donkey, his sheep, his tent, and everything he had, and brought them up to the Achor Valley. Yahashua said, why have you brought trouble on us? Today, Yahweh will bring trouble on you. Then all Israel stoned him to death. They burned them to ashes and stoned them. Over him, they piled a great mound of stones, which is there to this day. So, matter of fact, oh yeah, that's on the last sentence. I'll finish this. Finally, Yahweh turned away from his fierce anger, and this is why that place is called the Valley of Achor, trouble to this day. Okay, so one thing that may come up when an individual is reading this is, okay, I see that he was stoned to death, but it also says his sons and his daughters and his possessions. Well, we know that the Most High is a just Elohim, and we know that he operates within his laws, which is his Torah. So there are different places where we can see that there were some violations of Torah, not just with this man, but it seems that his family also had a role in this. Whether it was the children or the sons or daughters that were helping him with this, or rather they lied about the situation. Because I'm sure that once they were mourning, once they came back, when the 36 warriors and stuff were dead, and the Most High told them Israel has sinned, I'm pretty sure that they were probably going around asking, what did we do wrong? And so there are different points that we can help see where this Torah comes in place, and this is why this situation has this outcome. So let's read for some places. For example, if we go to, let's see here, let's go to Exodus 23, verse 1. Exodus 23, verse 1, yeah. And it says, You are not to repeat false rumors. Do not join hands with the wicked by offering perjured testimony. And then it says, do not follow the crowd when it does what is wrong. And don't allow the popular view to sway you into offering testimony for any cause and effect that will be to pervert justice. So one of the things, So one of the things that we can see right there is the Most High says, do not follow the crowd when the crowd is doing wrong. So we can see that he made an act of going against what the Most High said, which is a violation of his covenant. And even though in this situation, it was a small crowd, because it seems like it was him and his family, regardless, you are not supposed to follow the crowd when you're doing when the crowd is doing what is wrong. And then it says also, don't allow the popular view to sway you into offering testimony for any cause and effect that will pervert justice. So maybe it was a situation like I just brought up where they were already pre-asked, hey, has anybody sinned and thinks this is the reason why we're in this situation? But of course, they were being deceptive and they did not want the people to know what they did. So it seems very on point that if that did happen, that they lied about it. And that put them in a harmful situation. Okay, let's go to another, we can go to another one where we can go to Proverbs 19 and verse 5. It says, a false witness will not go unpunished. Whoever breathes out lies will not escape. So this is something that, again, can come into play with the situation of them trying to be manipulative. And it shows right here that if we are lying, that we will not go unpunished. So that is another place that ties in to this situation. Let's go to Proverbs 21 and 28. And it says, a lying witness is doomed, but one who heard what was said will testify successfully. So again, it's saying that if we are lying, that there is trouble to come. And that's what we're seeing in this situation. I probably didn't tell you. Exodus in the 10, what some of us call the 10 Commandments. Exodus chapter 20:15, where it tells you do not steal. Okay? Clearly, Yahweh had given them instructions, and this is again where it's best that you guys go and read the whole book and read the chapter so you can get a deeper understanding of this. But again, they have not listened to the instructions of the Most High, and this is what caused situations like this to happen. Lastly, if we will go to Proverbs chapter 7 and verse 12. This part right here says, if a person will not repent, he sharpens his sword. And this is Yah. Let me read this out. Yah is a righteous judge, a Elohim who anger is present every day. If a person will not repent, he sharpens his sword. He has bent his bow, made it ready. He has also prepared him weapons of death, his arrows, which he has made into burning shafts. So we can see right there that he's saying that if a person will not repent, what did he just say right here? He said weapons of death is going to come. So this is how we need to be cautious when we're dealing with the Most High and when He's given us a commandment, how crucial it is for us to listen to that, because this is something that can affect the individual, and Most High looks at us as a unit. So what we do, whether we believe it or not, has some effect to others and people that are around us. And this is what we as Hebrew Israelites that are trying to walk purely with the Most High, this is something that we need to understand. Okay, so just a little recap on what we've seen. You do not want to have idols in your house. You do not want things that Yah considers to be set aside for destruction. Because what did we just read? He said, if you have those in there, this is Yah's words. He's saying, I won't be with you. We can also see that what? This guy, he put himself in this situation to not follow the Most High's commandment for what? A beautiful robe, a gown, some silver and some gold and a nice Gucci bag. I don't know. I'm just it's like, come on, y'all. The whole concept of the Most High is teaching us is obedience. And this physicalness and our physical, we can be tested with that, because now we're going to see, okay, what will you put over the Most High? You can clearly see that this man, what happened to him, he does not have this gold anymore. He does not have this robe anymore. So it was not worth it, y'all. It is way better if we trust and fully trust the Most High, because the Most High was going to take care of them. They left out of Mizraim doing good. The Most High is always going to take care of us. So let this be an example of us people not to be so materialistic. He could have took his eyes off of it, but for that greed or that lack of fear of the Most High, or whatever it may be, he chose to make this decision. So I want to thank you, my people. I hope you enjoyed this. This is Yahushua chapter 7. We learned some very good lessons in this chapter. Also, check out Yahweh's Exiled Empire on YouTube. Shout out to my rabbi, Robert B. Holman Jr., also Kohen Sean Appleton. And remember to check some more videos out on Yahweh Heals 11. I would like to thank you for your time. And I want to remind you that Torah, keeping Torah, is salvation. A man cannot die for another man's sins in Torah. Deuteronomy chapter 24, 16, and so many more. So please, people, keep the Most High first. Love Him. Know that we're being tested. And no matter what goes on around you, do not lose the faith. Thank you so much. Shalom.